start all
Yeah, now we have to start all over.
over. Can we meet Katie again?
We introduced Katie for the third time.
All right, I'm gonna go back to sharing my screen. Keller Williams is a technology company that provides the real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trainer consultant, and focuses all its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. So we have some announcements. Make sure that you have your key card for Park Meadows. Thursday and Friday, the doors will be locked. For Highlands Ranch office, make sure you have your key cards on Friday, as the Highlands Ranch office will be closed. Leadership will be out completely for those days. Oh, and the last thing is our Cheryl Marlowe event for tomorrow has been postponed. We don't have a date just yet, but life showed up for Coach Marlowe. And so in the interest of everybody and making it a win-win, we are canceling her. However, as far as I know, Sean will still continue to give his business planning clinic tomorrow afternoon at Highlands Ranch. Madison, do you know what time that's going to start?
Yeah. That will start at 2:30.
Perfect, thank you.
I have Katie Best over here over my shoulder, like it's 2:30. I'm like, so glad to have her.
So anybody who's interested in business planning, Sean Reddy is a MAPS coach and he's over at the Highlands Ranch office. So I heard really great things about the last one that he did. So I invite you to join him if you'd like to at 2:30 tomorrow.
Can I say a quick comment about that?
Sure.
So you guys over at Park Meadows and the people who did not attend Sean Reddy's business planning clinic, guys, I have had so many incredible conversations with our agents who went to that class that are getting on track for their goals for next year. They're intentional about their numbers. They're not just saying, I want to close 30 deals. They're saying, I need to close 31 deals. Why? Because of this, and this. It is such a powerful class. We want all of you to attend it. So please, please, please make sure you have it in your schedule. It is a huge gift that we have them in our office anyway. So come join us.
And we would love to get a head count.
Yes.
So if you could please email Katie Best at frontdesk@kwexecutives.com. You can also email myself at mca@kwexecutives.com.
Or you can respond yes to the email invite.
Yep, any way to give us a head count would be awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Brittany, you're up.
I'm not prepared for this. Okay, can you guys all see me? I know this outfit really blends in. So we have Bold coming up, in case you guys didn't know. Tuesdays from 11 to, wait, where'd it go?
Uh-oh. Well, I took it off because I was going to
Okay. So Tuesday is at 11 until it's over, so you can pick up your kids from school. And then we're doing
11 to 2.
11 to 2. First step is free, as always. Come to First Step if you're not sure. Bold is the first tipping point for my business. I know a lot of people that have seen huge success through Bold. It'd be perfect in, same timing as business planning season to get you guys all set for next year. And again, First Step is free. So if you're on the fence, just go to First Step at the very least. It's going to be next Tuesday. What day?
October 12th.
October 12th. First Step. So make sure you guys are there. I have ample sets of tights and other purple gear. So I'll be wearing this every single Tuesday. And then I have extras if anybody else wants any. So I think that's probably worth the $3.99 in and of itself. But if you guys have a problem with that, or if you have any questions, let me know. Okay.
Yes,
And if you're
Brittany.
not bold enough to wear this purple outfit, you should be going to Bold anyway. anyway. I
Yes.
wouldn't be able to wear this if I didn't have the confidence from going in the first place.
There you go.
Amazing things happen.
Right.
So,
That's true.
okay.
Amazing things happen. Woo, Brittany, that was
So cold,
awesome.
Michael, his face doesn't change the whole time. I'm funny.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so everybody's gonna sign up for Bold, right?
Yes.
Yes. Islands Ranch, is everybody signing up for Bold over there? I mean,
Oh, leprechaun.
you get to see, yes, you get to see her.
I have my purple wig ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
all right.
She has no liquor in her.
This is, it could be 9 o'clock somewhere.
100% over everything. Blast in a glass.
All right, so, so today we're gonna dive into learning how to do a tech audit for your own business. Why is this important? So oftentimes, you know, you'll get to the end of the year and you're like, I don't know how I managed to spend all of this money on my business and where did it go? And a lot of times it comes from your technology. A lot of times it is one of those things where you see something new and you're like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, but it's just a 30-day trial. I'm just going to sign up for the 30-day trial. But during that sign up of that 30-day trial, guess what? You had to give them your credit card number and then you forgot about it. And then the months go by and you're getting billed. And, you know, then at the end of the year, when you're doing an audit, when you're looking at taxes, you're like, what happened? Where did all of this money go? And how did I manage to spend all of this? So I'm going to give you some tools or some ideas of ways that you can look at your business, see where you're spending money, see what you're spending money on, and how can you cut some of those costs and reinvest that money in a different way into your business. So the things we're going to look at today is mapping your business. What does your transaction management look like? What is your lead gen? What does that look like? How are you following up with your people? And then what do you do next? By the way, if anybody has questions or wants me to stop and elaborate more or whatever, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions that might come up. So when you look at mapping your business, what does this look like? What is your value proposition? What are you offering? What makes you unique and different? How do you stand out from everybody else? And that could be, you know, in so many different ways. Do you work with a particular demographic? Do you only work in a particular part of the city or state that you live in? You know, your value proposition is going to be different than everybody else's. So being really clear about what that value proposition is in the long run is going to help you narrow down what tools you need in your business to meet that demand and to connect and communicate with the people or the sphere that you're after. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go through and list all of the third-party tech options that you have. Anything and everything that you have signed up for. And that means thinking back. It means looking at your credit card statements. It means looking at your bank account if these are like on an automatic debit or an automatic bill pay. And so this is probably going to be the most time-consuming piece of doing your tech audit, is going back and looking through over the last 12 months, where have you spent money specifically in technology. So there's so many different tech options out there for real estate agents, and And you get so many emails about, hey, look at this. Hey, this is a new option for you. Hey, this is a new way to follow up. This is a new way to do A, B, or C. And again, like I said a few minutes ago, so many of these come with a free 7-day, 14, 30-day trials. That it's easy to have that shiny object syndrome and say, ooh, click, I'm going to check this out. So think about, where are you using different pieces of technology? Is that in your CRM? What CRMs are you using? Is that in your appointment scheduling? What kinds of appointment scheduling systems are you using? Email campaigns. Are you using Constant Contact, MailChimp, Command? What are you using for your email? E-signatures. What are you doing? What are you using to collect those e-signatures on your contracts, for example, on your transaction management? Do you have a transaction manager or, a TC, transaction coordinator? Or what are you using for technology there? And marketing. Marketing is really one of the biggest places where we get really hung up, right? Marketing is not an easy thing for a lot of people. And so it's very easy to click the, yes, I'm going to try that for my marketing, right? So, and I'm going to stop at marketing for just a minute and talk about what happens in marketing. You have, when you have your value proposition and you have that clearly defined, then that is going to help clearly define what your marketing is going to be. Oftentimes, if you are not clear on your value and where you want to serve and what areas you want to serve, what kinds of demographics you want to work with, then we get into this thing called spaghetti marketing, right? Where we're like, oh, this company offers postcards. This company offers a magazine. This company offers, email campaigns. This company offers coupons, right? And you sign up for all of it. And yet you are targeting nothing. That's what spaghetti marketing does. And that's how it happens. Huh?
Cooked spaghetti,
Cooked
not
spaghetti.
uncooked spaghetti.
Yes.
Unfocused, unintentional efforts in a million different directions.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Anybody has heard me say that, you and you.
So defining your value proposition is really, really important so that you don't end up with that unfocused marketing and spending all this money. I've talked to agents and done some of these tech audits just in the marketing piece where they realized that they were spending upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 a year on marketing, and their ROI has been zero, right? I mean, for all intents and purposes. So very, very important to focus on that. Now, once you do that, you're gonna then look at what each piece of this technology audit, all of these things that you just wrote down, whether they're trials or not, what does each one of those connect to? Is it part of your lead gen? Is it part of your follow-up, or is it part of your transaction management? Okay. Next, we're going to look at each piece specifically. Your transaction management. How did the lead enter your system to become a closed transaction? How did they get there? Do you have custom stages and checklists set up in whatever technology platform you're using? And what does that mean? When you have stages and checklists, each part of the transaction has a stage. You're in the appointment phase. You're in a showing phase. You're in a setting up the appointment phase. You're, looking at closing the transaction. Each one has a phase. Do you have a checklist that goes along with that? And why would you want a checklist? Well, a checklist is important because it keeps you on track with each part of the transaction phase. But it also ensures that each one of your clients has the highest and best experience with you every single time. If you have a checklist and you know that you have to do A, B, and C for each part of your transaction, then your client, whoever that is, and whoever comes before and after, is going to have that very same experience with you. That leads to referrals and reviews, right? And a lot of your business is built by referrals. I think Tammy would be in agreement with that, right? So stages and checklists are important. Does your technology provide that?
It also makes it easy if you ever want to change business practices along the way, that you already know exactly what's happening and it's already laid out right there. So if you have support with team members or anyone else, and you just want to add something to the list, take something off of the list or whatever, it's all streamlined right there. Everybody knows. And it's just, I mean, you would think it's so simple to have it all written out, but it makes all the difference in the world to actually have it there.
It does, and you bring up a good point. If you have a team and you want, you know, everybody to conduct business in a particular way, having those stages and checklists so that everybody can follow them helps you ensure that each one of those clients that comes through the team and works with any of the different team members, they're always receiving the same experience.
Yeah, delegating any of those tasks or anything else. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
super important. So your next question is your technology supporting this? Does your technology give you the freedom to create these stages and checklists and make changes easily and simply so that everybody has the same information at the same time? Next, we're going to look at lead generation. Take a look at your business in the last 6 to 12 months and determine, where did your closed business come from? Did it come from referrals? Did it come from your Google reviews? Did it come from the postcards that you mailed out? Did it come from your family? Who and where did your business come from? Now, once you determine that, look at the top 3 sources, right? What are those top 3 sources? Because that's where you want to focus your time, attention, and money. Goes back to that spaghetti marketing that we were talking about a few minutes ago. If you know exactly where your business is coming from, then that's going to help you narrow in where you are, where you need to spend that time and those dollars. And Madison, I'm going to put you on the spot real quick. You talk about the 3 legs of your business, and I would love for you to share a minute of that if you would.
Mine specifically, or how I coach it?
How you coach it.
Okay, so one thing that we teach here, can y'all see me? I don't know if I'm in y'all's view.
We can see you better with a purple wig, but yeah.
I know. Sorry. So one thing that I always make sure that I tell our agents is that you should have no more than 3 legs of your business. So sit down with your productivity coach, sit down with your team leader, and get really clear about what those 3 legs of your business are. One should always be your spear. Most of your business should be coming from spear, and the other 2 legs of your business should be building your spear, because let's be real, we all want to be 100% referral-based business someday, right? So your spear should be 1 leg of your business, and then you pick 2 other areas that you want to focus on. From there, you know all the training that you need to get done, all of the resources that you pour into are all tied to those 3 legs of your business. I tell my agents when they ask me if they should go to a class, I tell them to pull out that piece of paper with the 3 legs of their business. And if it's not on there, then don't go. Because one of the things that most agents get in trouble with is that they get distracted by there being too many options, too many things that you can attend, too many opportunities to squirrel into another area. So pick 3 legs of your business, stick to them, give them a real shot. And if you decide you want to add one later or subtract one later, then you can do so. But I know Brittany tells new agents to start with one, get really, really good on one area, and then add another if you feel comfortable. So, that good?
Yeah, awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, you just.
So,
Oh, they're asking a question.
Okay, wait, we have a question in the room.
yeah,
An example of a couple of other legs.
Yeah, so, he asked for a couple of examples of the legs of your business. So you're talking lead generation sources. So you can say, I'm gonna do open houses and I'm gonna cold call. I'm going to do, events. I'm going to do, it's really specific for anyone based on what your business looks like. But I just say that because you don't wanna be, focused on events and, cold calling and then doing open houses on the weekends, because that's not gonna drive your business forward. So, does that make
We're doing a class next week on Thursday. If anybody over there wants to join, it was just for a few of the PC people asking for it, but I wanted to open it up to everyone too. That's gonna be specifically around 135 building or GPS building business strategies and kind of a good plan on doing that. So we'll make sure that everybody has all of that information, everybody here and over there. And, cause yeah, I think mastering one leg at a time is a huge benefit for anyone and not going off in this spaghetti direction that Amy was mentioning.
Yes, and what a great complimentary class to Sean Reddy's class this Thursday. I cannot say that enough. Go to Sean's class on Thursday, and then next Thursday, go to Brittany's class on building out your 135 and 411, because that will give you the action items on your business plan. So you walk into work every day and you say, okay, I know exactly what I need to do to reach those goals. So awesome compliment. And will you send me information on that class? We'll stick it on our calendar.
Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
cool, thanks, guys. So once you determine those top 3 sources, you're gonna drill down on each one of those and make a list of the activities that each one of those activities requires, okay? You need to be very specific and granular. This goes back to your stages and checklists. So once you have a very clear picture of what each one of these activities requires, then it's, once you have all of this data, it is super easy to implement because you know what you're doing, you know where you're trying to go, you know what the end goal is, right? If you just say, oh, I'm gonna do open houses, cool, so what, right? What is happening during that open house that is going to create data for you to put into your CRM, right? Because that's ultimately where you're going. You're trying to get data into your CRM. So what do you need to do to prepare for that? How are you going to market it? When the open house is happening, how are you letting people know? How are you getting their data when they show up to your open house, right? So there's a lot of pieces that have to happen in order for that lead gen to equal data in your CRM. So this is why it's important to get granular about each little piece and then creating those checklists. Cool. Next, we're going to talk about your follow-up. What are you doing to follow up with that data that you put into your CRM? Or what are you doing to stay in an emotional proximity over the 3 to 7 years of the home buying process? Again, you're going to make these lists, right? Each one is going to be a stage, and that stage is going to have a checklist. So you have to drill down and get granular. This goes back to marketing. All of this falls into the marketing bucket, right? Whether it's called marketing or not. If you're staying in contact with somebody for any period of time and you are getting information to them in any way, shape, or form, that falls into your marketing bucket. This goes back to your value proposition. How clear are you? So what are you doing to follow up with probable business, potential business, in the pipeline business, closed business?
And
Did-
when and where are those things in your schedule?
Yes, and exactly. And when and where are those things in your schedule? That's exactly right. And does your tech support that? Does your technology support this follow-up plan? Right? And how? And how much time is this taking you when you look at your schedule? How much time are you investing in this follow-up? And how much work do you have to put in to make that follow-up happen? So all of this comes back to technology. What technology are you using that supports all of these little pieces? Any questions or comments so far? Anybody? Cool. Next up, so now what are you gonna do? Now you have all of this information and you're like, okay, cool, now what? Well, now you need to look at where and if there are any things that you can take out that are costing you money. That's the first thing, right? What systems and technology pieces do I have in place right now that I'm using, and the ones that I didn't realize I was paying for? What and how are these supporting my business today? And how much is this costing me? So when you're figuring out cost, you're gonna look at a monthly. So maybe it's $10 a month, right? And then what does that cost you over a period of 12 months? That's $120, just to make the math easy. Are you spending $120 on something that is actually giving you a return on that investment? Or was that $120 that you didn't even realize you were spending and you were wondering where all your money is going?
And return on investment doesn't necessarily mean that it provides you more leads or provides you more closings, but it can be anything that's leveraging your time and making sure that you're able to continue being more productive.
Exactly.
That without it, you would either make less money or lose money or, you know, just.
Or lose time.
Right, yeah, which means losing more money, so.
Yes, it does. It does. And so I'll use a transaction coordinator as a great example. A lot of new agents don't want to use a transaction coordinator because they don't want to invest the money. And yet, what is it costing you in time? Right?
Yeah.
So if you have a closing and your commission check is $10,000 and your TC is costing you $450, is that a good investment?
That's the investment I've made.
Right? It is a good investment. Why? Because you have somebody who's taking care of your contracts, keeping you on time, keeping you compliant, and getting you to the closing table. And you are being the real estate agent, using your time as the professional that you are, right? Lead generating, or maybe working on the next client or attending another closing.
How much time do they give you back and what are you doing with that time to lead gen and find more business? And if you're not making it, if you're not structuring it to where your client is paying for some or all of that transaction coordinator fee, I would highly recommend that too. I was also just gonna say on kind of the way that this relates obviously to the 135. If any of the new agents aren't familiar, you have your one goal, and it's usually your annual income goal or however many deals you want to close that year. We're always married to that goal. And then, you know, it's like we're dating in the long term, the strategies or the top 3 priorities, the 3 sources of lead gen, the 3 legs. Why did that camera just move?
I don't know.
Because you're talking.
Yeah. Anyway, but you're kind of dating your three
priorities to get there for the long term, and then you're like really playing the field with those strategies in a sense, but you can adjust the strategies and you can adjust the priorities over time if needed, but you're always gonna stick to that one goal and have that one goal in mind. And even though you're keeping track of these things and looking over them and re-auditing them, don't do it like every 5 days. You have to give something some time to see what's going to work and give it a significant period. We'll go more over that if you guys come to the class next week, but I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, because like we were talking about earlier, again, it's always the new and shiny thing, and it can be really easy to say, oh, this one leg of my business is really not that much fun, and you maybe didn't really build it out as much as you should have or put as much effort into it. And then you see something new and shiny and you want to go and you just cut that leg off and it's, replaced with something else, and you're still not being focused and intentional for long enough to see what's really working.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So once you draw out your map, you definitely want to keep it somewhere where it's visible, right? You want to keep that kind of front and center, because that is going to keep you from clicking that buy now button for that next shiny object. So it's really important that you know exactly what technologies you're using, exactly what they're doing for your business. And as tempting as it is, I mean, look, I'm a technology junkie. I just bought the iPhone 13, right? I love this kind of stuff, and I am very guilty of the click now for your trial person. And I've learned to really dial that back, because not everything is going to solve all of your problems, right? And so if you spend a little bit of time and narrow this down and figure it out exactly what your legs of your business are, how you're going to do your marketing, and what technologies you need to support that, then there's no reason to click that buy now button, right? Or that click here for your free trial button for that next new shiny object. So I am going to share with you how the KW Command platform can help support your business. First and foremost, I'm a big proponent of Command for several reasons. One, because it is an integrated system where you can accomplish a majority of your business goals in here, okay? Like the ones we just talked about. Second, it's something that you already pay for as part of your alliance with Keller Williams, okay? You're paying $25 a month for a technology suite that can and will support your business. So when we're talking about CRM, we have Contacts. Contacts allows you to keep all of your data for all of your potential client, your current clients, your future clients, and your lead gen. So there's a variety of ways that you can use Command for that lead gen, so that when you get those new clients, they automatically drip into your Command as leads, okay? So for example, if you run a Facebook ad through Command, when somebody on Facebook clicks your ad, goes through, Facebook grabs their data and drops it into your CRM portion of Command, into your contacts, right? And it will appear there as a lead. So you don't have to go chase it down. You don't have to go figure it out.
And it'll tag them too.
It will tag them as well. You can also set up your Command leads on an automatic smart plan. Smart plans are email drip campaigns, right? Neighborhood Nurture is my favorite one, but these are email drip campaigns that you can set up for your people, whether they come in through Facebook or they come in through you putting them in. And they will get these drip campaigns from you. It's a kind of a set it and forget it type of email campaign, okay? Command also allows you to send out email newsletters. There's lots of templates. Some of them already have pre-written content in there for you. You don't even have to write the content. You don't have to come up with the ideas or the pictures or anything else. They're already there. Command also allows you to send direct mail and to schedule your social posts on Facebook and on just Facebook. Instagram is not one yet. When you have opportunities, this is where you will put in your clients who are either in the process of buying with you or selling, or potential income, right? And so if you look at the GCI, you can see the potential income and your probable income. This is also how you're going to get paid, right, Katie? You have to put your opportunities in to Command. Now, we were talking about stages and checklists. Each one of these, under listings, for example, you have cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and so forth. So if I click on these, I have the option to edit the stages, to call them whatever I want. I have the option of creating my checklists so that each one of these stages has a checklist. And then I also have the option of creating client updates. So for example, if I have a checklist and on that checklist, 4 out of the 9 items, I can select those so that on Mondays at 9 p.m., my clients are getting that update with, hey, we did this for you. These are the things that we have done for your listing. We set up the photographer. We have the drone pictures coming in. We have, whatever it takes, whatever those items are, when you click them, it will send them an email that says, hey, these are the items that we've completed for you. Why is that important? Because your clients want to know what you're doing for them. They want to know that you're working for them, right? To either find the house of their dreams or sell their house. This helps avoid those late night phone calls or the panicked client who's stressed because, oh my God, what happened with the contract? And did you do the pictures? And is that scheduled? And blah. They're getting updates from you automatically. So this supports the high level of service that you want to provide to each one of your clients. Command also allows you to look at some reporting numbers. It gives you a report on text and phone calls that you've sent, on emails that you've sent, on how you're setting up your lead routing, on your goals. You can set up your goals. Command will keep track of those goals and tell you where you are. How close are you? Do you need to readjust? What are you trying to accomplish? And they have just released an update that will now tell you, and it's not going to show it on here because we don't have any campaign set up, but it's going to tell you who received the emails that you sent out, who opened them, and who unsubscribed. Yay, because we've been asking for that, right? So huge update there.
That's on campaigns, not smart plans, right?
That is on campaigns, not yet on smart plans, but will be on smart plans. And then you have your website. You have a website here. You have the option of creating landing pages. You have a guide builder, which is part of your app, which is one of my favorite, most favorite things, because the buyer guide and the selling guide is accessible to any of your clients who have your app. And they can look and see what that buying and selling process is like with you. It is already created and 100% customizable. So you can put in your own pictures, you can put your own verbiage in, you can add steps, you can take steps out. You can make this as custom for you as you want. So yes, I'm a fan of Command. No secret. And that doesn't mean that it's something that you have to use, right? Maybe there's something that works better for your business, and that's fine. We support that 100%. I just wanted to make you aware that as we were going through all of the parts of your tech audit, you have these options available to you already. If you're going to use ancillary third-party apps or technology, that's fine. I want to make sure that you understand what you're looking for and what you need to best support your business. Any questions?
Does the guide also show up on the website, or is it just the app?
Just the app. Yep. Oh, yeah.
There's also the Keller Williams app, is that also on there, or how do you get to that one?
So you can go to the site and app settings, and under URLs is where you're going to find your app code.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of resources to learn how to use Command. There's a lot of, Marty Miller has the 66-day Command challenge, which I really encourage everybody to do when you first start your real estate career. I'm also available if you have specific tech questions. I can sit with you. If you have questions on any of your Google apps that are available to you through Keller Williams, I can help you with those as well. All you need to do is reach out to me. I'm happy to set appointments. I can do them in person or via Zoom. So just let me know what I can do to support you. And if you want to do a tech audit, if you want a little bit of help and direction on how to map this all out, that is also one of my top things that I love to do. Because sometimes you are just shocked, amazed, and surprised by what you are spending that is really unnecessary dollars that need to go out the door, and that you can reinvest in a different way into your business. So, any questions or comments?
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we have a few minutes left. I'm happy to answer any questions or give you 10 minutes back in your day.
Congrats to Ricky.
Congrats to Ricky.
Yep,
Oh,
it's gonna be grandpa.
Yes.
congratulations, Ricky.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ricky!
Thank you. I had nothing to do with it. I've just been waiting 50 years.
Thank goodness. That would be weird.
Oh my gosh, draw the line finally.
You all know, anyone that knows me knows I don't really have a line anywhere. So
So I'm happy that this line was drawn.
yes, 100%. Not as happy as I am. Not as happy as I am. No, it's a big deal in our lives. It's been a while in the making, and it's pretty exciting times for us. So thank you to everybody who reached out and commented and all that. It means the world to me. Thank you so much.
Well, we're excited.
Just wait till I bring that little realtor into the office.
Yes.
Can't wait.
We can't wait.
Yes, Nikki is getting a new assistant.
All right, thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. Thanks for having us, Amy.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.